Dads, what's the craziest thing your child ever tried to bribe you with? My son Ethan was 6 at the time, and like most kids his age, vegetables were the enemy, especially broccoli. Dad, I'll clean my room for a month if I don't have to eat that, he said, eyeing the green florets on his plate like they might attack him. I shook my head. Nice try, buddy. Eat your broccoli. His eyes narrowed in calculation. 2 months, and I'll take out the trash. I had to bite my cheek to keep from laughing. The answer's still no. That's when he reached into his pocket and pulled out a crumpled $5 bill. He slid it across the table with the seriousness of a mob boss making an offer. This is all my allowance, he whispered. You can have it. My wife was hiding her face behind her napkin at this point, shoulders shaking with silent laughter. Where did you learn to bribe people? I asked him. What's bribe mean? That was amusing, but nothing compared to what my daughter Lily tried when she was 8. It was bedtime, and she was lobbying hard to stay up for another hour. I'd already said no 3 times. Daddy, she said, her voice suddenly serious, if you let me stay up, I'll tell you a secret about Mommy. That got my attention. What kind of secret? Her eyes darted around dramatically. She ate the last cookie and blamed the dog. My wife gasped from the hallway. Traitor! She called out. Lily grinned triumphantly. So can I stay up? Nice try, kiddo. Bed. But the absolute winner happened last year. My son was 12 then, desperate for the new PlayStation that had just come out. We'd already told him he needed to wait until Christmas, which was still months away. One afternoon, I found an envelope on my desk with DAD-TOPSECRET written in his messy handwriting. Inside was a handwritten contract that read, I, Ethan James Wilson, hereby offer my dad the following items in exchange for a PS5. My sister, she's annoying anyway, all A's on my next report card, I promise. I will never complain about anything ever again. My collection of rocks from the beach, including the shiny one. I will walk the dog every day until I go to college. At the bottom, he'd drawn 2 lines for signatures and included a postscript. This is legally binding. I couldn't help but admire his creativity. When I found him later, I waved the contract. You're willing to trade your sister for a video game console? I asked. He shrugged. She said it was okay as long as she gets to visit on weekends. I discovered later they'd actually negotiated this arrangement between themselves. Apparently, Lily had agreed to be traded if she got his desserts for a month. And what about these all A's you're promising? Your math grade is currently what again? He shuffled his feet. I could bring it up. From a D-. I said I promised, Dad. That's like super serious. I sat him down and explained why we couldn't just buy everything he wanted immediately. Then I made him a counter offer. If he brought his math grade up to at least a B by the end of the quarter, we'd consider getting the PlayStation before Christmas. 2 months later, he proudly presented a B+ on his math test. True to our word, we got him the PlayStation, but I kept that contract. It's framed in my office now.